I'm gonna go off the assumption that most of you have taken an exam before, probably in some musty old classroom, sitting in complete silence for 90 minutes, answering questions on random subjects deemed essential to learning. Well, I'm here to tell you it could be worse. Or better, depending on how you look at it. Your teen self could be forced by your school to be randomly paired with a person of the opposite gender to live alone with, and grade you by how good of a couple the two of you are, which is somehow measured with military-grade vibe scanners hidden in your walls. Now, I don't know about you, but knowing the people I graduated with, I can tell you I'd rather be drafted to the next global conflict than participate in this examination that most definitely violates some kind of education policy. In insert lengthy anime name here, we follow Teen Gamer Jiro as the love he holds for his childhood friend Shiori becomes more of a lost cause than convincing American conglomerates to stop funding foreign child labor. Jiro was hoping to be pitted with Shiori for the weird marriage test thing, but he's randomly put with the exotic color-haired Tsundere of the series that will inevitably catch feelings and allure him away from the people's choice for #1 best girl. Yes, I may or may not watch too many of these, what can I say? Not a week went by where I didn't look forward to seeing the next shitpost of an episode. Somehow every week I was surprised more and more by how this story developed. We went from basic love triangles to lesbian friends with unrequited love, a guy in deep love with his teacher to a very hint wink wink situation in the kitchen. Chaos was at the center of this show all the way to the ending shot where two female leads race each other in some kind of unspoken competition for Jiro's love, and hell, I couldn't be happier about it. So please stick with me and we'll take a little tour into this glorious dumpster fire of an anime. You already know the basics. Boy and girl paired together in a year-long exam graded on their ability to be a good couple. Jiro is big gamer, Shiori is childhood friend, Akari is Tsundere with soft spot, and there's also these guys as well. We'll get to them soon. When the practical begins, Gamer and Tsundere are put together, but these two love different people, childhood friend and blonde sporty guy specifically, and lo and behold, somehow these two have been put together as well. Gamer and Tsundere's goal becomes to get to the top 10 so that they can switch partners with the other two while they are also in the top 10. Why exactly is there a partner swap choice with these exact conditions? Honestly, I don't know, and I'm just gonna write it off for now. Despite knowing that each loves a different person, it doesn't take them all but 10 minutes before they start smacking lips, and Tsundere starts her confused romance arc where her indecisiveness is more painful to watch than Jiro's inability to read a room. It does not take a psychic to see she's into you, my guy. These two hopeless romantic goobers find themselves getting closer and closer together until all of a sudden, bam, they enter a rut cause Akari is depressed that she got outbaked by the creme de la creme of best girl. Score drops to 0, everyone is sad, then they reset. As it turns out, this will be a common cycle for the series to go through from this point onward. Gamer and Tsundere get along really well, they realize that they're supposed to pursue a different love interest, stuff goes wrong, they go into a rut. And then we go back to the start and they're even closer now. The spark that sets this cycle into motion is always changing. It could be as simple as Mr. Gamer not calling her by her first name, to both of them being dishonest about their feelings. Let's be honest here, girl. Does Blondie really mean that much to you if you're cuddling with Gamer Boy in an oversized t-shirt and literally nothing else? I'm gonna go with a no, but it seems like she's disagreeing with me. This love game of chess goes on for quite some time, with new conditions being added into the mix, like Shiori's best friend, who turns out she wants to be more than just best friends, and this dude who wants to be with Akari despite the fact that I don't even know his name. I'm sorry, buddy, you're just not prominent enough. It hurts. I know it hurts. 9 episodes in, we finally start to get somewhere. And by somewhere, I mean we're just getting a location change. By this point in the story, Shiori has also kissed Gamer Boy, but has somehow unlocked the ability to deny any romantic feelings that were in that moment, using her special skill, sheer embarrassment, which gives her full denial of anything done in the past few minutes and casts confusion debuff on Jiro, further damaging his mind, making him even denser if that is at all possible. Meanwhile, Akari has literally made no progress with Blondie. If anything, she's just holding on for the sake of holding on. At this point, it's painfully obvious who she's got the love vibes for. Hell, even Jiro, the most unperceptive man on the planet, is starting to catch on. The only thing keeping these two off each other, well, most of the time, is that anytime they're getting somewhere romantic, she torches the air by name-dropping blonde guy. And to be fair, Jiro is also guilty of name-dropping best girl, but she's so sweet, and they got a history together. I mean, who could blame the man for wanting something with her? Anyway, around the 9th episode, our group of friends go to work at a seaside cafe for the summer. Basically, this becomes a glorified version of the all-time classic camp arc. Camp starts off strong in the kitchen with a very unorthodox situation with unsettling dialogue for a simple whipped cream spill. We're just gonna deem this whole situation the Whipgate. Outside of the Whipgate incident, the really important stuff takes place during the spooky forest incident. That is also outside of the Knee-gate incident as well. During the spooky forest incident, we get not one, but two confessions. Akari finally tells Blonde Man that she's into him, and the second is actually Blondie confessing that he's in love with his teacher. Actually, watching this again, I realized it's his brother's fiance. That actually might be worse. Well, as for Jiro and Shiori, they are currently smacking lips in the rain, but alas, Shiori cashed sheer embarrassment last second, nullifying any momentum they had going. The romance now finding itself back in the eternal death loop of uncertainty. If you haven't learned it yet, everyone in the show is cursed with the inability to properly vocalize their feelings. By some stroke of luck though, at the end of the work cafe camp thing, while Shiori made very little progress due to her self-sabotage, Akari is making big plays by asking Jiro on a date. This all goes really well, and then near the tail end they bump into Shiori. What follows is the strangest unspoken competition to race to the shrine to earn higher respect from the gods when they end up both asking for love help for the same guy. But at this point, the gods couldn't do anything more for you two. They've given both of you every possible chance to make something out of it, but you're both too chicken to actually ask for a relationship, and Jiro is more mentally impaired than an entire school of illiterate children. I don't care how much money you put in that goddamn donation box, you just gotta start making some money moves. And alas, on top of the shrine, that is where our series ends. While it may sound to you like I am whining and moaning about the show, I did actually enjoy it. Yes, the show doesn't make huge leaps in plot every episode, but neither did Naruto, and I can't tell you how many people fawn over that anime. The journey here is in the romance. What can I say? As long as something cute and romantic is going on, Sock Sensei is giving that a thumbs up. Entertainment value is at an all-time high here in the Sock residence. Well, now you know a sliver of what this show offers. If you stuck around till now, I'm quite confident you'll like the full show. I intentionally left out somewhere around 80% of the plot elements because I want you to still go watch the show after this video. So do that. You should go do that. Check Patreon. I love you. Goodbye.